Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? How are we doing today? Alright, we're live. Alright. Closing Discord so it doesn't crash. Beautiful. Alright, let me set this back up real quick. Sub count. Analytic. Why is it not going to... That's weird. Let me remove it. Sources. Browser source. Sub count. Look what's up, buddy. Copy that. Pop that in there. URL. Nope. Wrong thing. 1 second, guys. Idiots, what's up, brother? How are we doing today, man? Look how sexy the team's looking. Why is this not working? Window capture. I think that's what we need to do. Sub count. Use window. There we go. Boom! 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 We got it, boys. Heck yeah. Alright, now we move that over. We should be good. Remember that clip of you dunking on kids half your size to impress Lena was crazy? Yeah, I posted it like 10 years ago, just so I had my chance 10 years later. 500 IQ play. Remember I said I was on SoftBank yesterday after like 400? Well, I've been SoftBank for 20 hours. Brother, I told you guys. Who said that on stream yesterday? Someone else mentioned that. They're like, yo, I haven't gone SBC banned in so long. You think they removed it? I'm like, oh, buddy. You're in for the longest SBC ban of your life. Get ready. My goodness. That's what they hit like a truck. You know, I've kind of given up for FC. I've jumped on Battlefield 6, learning how to fly the jets. It's so much more fun. Fake menu grinder is what I'm hearing. Unbelievable. Next, you're going to tell me you're going to be playing GTA instead of putting 5 million bronze cards into a Player of the Month Mbappe in 27. That's fine. You don't want it. That's fine. You're going to be over there exploring Miami. I'm going to be over here taking 2 hours to open a single pack because I had a walkout in it. It's going to be an 86, but it's going to take a year to open. I'm going to grind so much right now that I'm going to get a 48-hour soft ban. That's what I like to hear. Nothing soft about the way I grind. Madrid, Bayern, Dortmund, Betis, Napoli in the UCL. You're taking the piss. You know what? That's actually crazy. Not your guys' schedule. The fact that you guys are playing Champions League. That's wild. Sunderland finds out Europa League tomorrow, boys. You know what I'd like to find out? Which winger we're signing. So help me, if Arsenal comes in last minute and goes and just takes up all of them, I'm going to be disgusted. He is ours. Stay away. Marseille has to deal with us. It's going through. Nope, nope, not Grealish. No, 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 no. Nope, no, no. Grealish wants Everton. That's fine. We don't need him. We need the Brazilian lad. The 80 rated overall. We need Mr. Pinecone himself. When are we gonna sign up for your classroom menu grinding 101? We're gonna have sign up begin probably in a week or two. Then we're gonna have before the start of the semester, aka the start of 27. We're probably gonna do a syllabus week to get you all familiar a week before. Then we're gonna have sporadic pop quizzes throughout the year. Live stream attendance will be mandatory for you to pass. We will make it where you only have to make one stream a week, but it will severely affect your grade if you're not watching every second of the restreamed. Expect you to wear a suit and tie? Brother, it's in my closet right now. We're going to have a whiteboard behind us. How can I get extra credit? So the way you're going to get extra credit is we're going to have a community Ultimate Team account where all of us can take turns making SBCs on it. So the way you get extra credit is you grind League SBCs or whatever we have next year for at least a certain amount of time per day. We'll have a schedule. It'll be like a computer lab that you assign for periods of time, or a pitch that you reserve. You put in your time, you get your credit. GTA Server will only be like 80 hours without GTA Online dropping. People will be playing EAFC again. I mean, if you guys are playing on PS5 for GTA, sounds like you're not going to be logged into the PS5 for Ultimate Team, which means you can use Foot Genie or Build Tools and be grinding on the side. How are you? I'm fantastic, buddy. How are you? I'll take a hard miss on GTA. I'll stick with the flying. Did GTA announce when they're actually coming out? Or do we still not know? What happens if we use AI? If we use AI in the class? Ooh. If you use AI for attendance, we're going to pull you up. So if I feel like you're actually not in the live stream and it's an AI talking in replace of you, trying to sound like you're present in class when we do roll call, there'll be an issue. So like if I go around and I'm like, all right, C-Barbs has to say here. They'll be like, all right, C-Barbs, how many 8510s are you on today? How many provisions? Gotcha. That's a fantastic question. I've done a lot of menu grinders. No, AI! You're done. Banned. Sorry. You're gone. Lena, how many have you done today? I've done many things today. I want you to be one of them. Alright, banned. Gone. See ya. Alright. Innings, how many 8510s have you done today? I've been SBC banned for the past 48 hours because of how hard I went earlier this week. Attaboy. Attaboy! But Mumbo, are you proud of me? I downloaded the Nintendo Switch version of the game so I could access the menus through there. And then I bought a PC so that I could download a GBA emulator and go to the Android App Store through there and do an additional set of 300 a day through there. That's music to my ears. What job can I get with the Mumbo menu grinding? We're gonna give away we're gonna give full-time employment. We'll have every single one of you on it. Extra credit if you get SBC softband without extension use. Someone is overstimulated. I almost just had a heart attack because I thought we put the wrong Granit Jacques in. They don't ban you if you spend too much money on their FC points, though. They do SBC ban. It's so stupid. I wonder if they would ever put a limit on there. If you spent like 100K in a day, on FIFA points. Would they be like, hey, we've noticed some suspicious activity on your account. Slow down. Do you think they'd do that? Win your first game 3-0? Nice. I think we beat Madrid, but F me, Bayern. The Islands will be really tough. I'm not gonna respond to that. Why are my comments not showing up on top messages? Not gonna say what I was thinking there. Is 170, 85 tons good, or am I lacking? Main issues, I'm running out of provisions. I think that's a good amount. I mean, to be fair, most of you guys are way higher than you need to be for the amount of... Any amount of 85 tens can basically keep the grind going an unlimited amount. Just getting you guys to the point where you're above 100 plus of them is just getting you in a really comfortable spot. Is it weird if I don't want to stack 85 tens? You don't need to. First night they'll be like, keep it coming this way. We want all your money. Pressure on Bayern and Madrid. Crazy statement. But I get the reference. Wait, I can see Lena's chats now? I'm sorry, man. What are you going to do in 3 weeks when the new game is out and you still have thousands of packs on 26 still? The same thing we did on 25 when we had thousands of packs still. Play the next game. You do the normal versions? Funny enough, all the pressure is on Vinny at the Emirates. For someone hot like me, how many 85-10s should I do? I'm a little confused, Lena. Who gave you that title? Spicy, what's up, buddy? Also, I saw Giannis was confused. And if anybody else is confused, let me explain real quick. Just so everyone's aware. There is Pale Tools, there is Pale Tools Mobile, and there is Pale Droid. If you're asking me about Pale Tools Mobile, I'm going to respond as if you're talking about Pale Tools Mobile. If you're specifically on Android, say Paldroid so we know what you're talking about. That one is I don't believe is up to date with Pale Tools and Pale Tools Mobile in terms of what's currently out for SBC completions and stuff. $750 packs now? Let's go. See if I'm doing good, buddy. How are you? Mo was going to save his FC26 packs for Team Leader 27. Nice. New here, why the provision packs? Why the footies provision? Because the footies provisions mixed in with the 85-10s give us unlimited cards and unlimited packs. You're putting in 11 cards to get 10 back in the 85-10, which is -1. You're putting 4 into the repeatable footies, you get 30 back. That's plus 26. That combined together is a plus 25. You mix them together over time, you're getting not only hundreds of cards, thousands, if not tens of thousands of cards that turn into packs. Pale Droid does have it, so Giannis was wrong about that. I was so confused, bro. Giannis was commenting. He's like, I'm enjoying Pale Tools so much. Thank you so much. And then he puts a comment. He's like, I'm having trouble finding the next one. I'm on mobile. Can you help? And I'm like, yeah, click the newest mobile one. He's like, you're pissing me off. I'm on Android. First of all, brother, chill. Relax. You could have said that. I don't know. I'm not on Android. Well, I've been doing it the wrong way all month. I've been buying cards. Wait, you've been buying cards? Why? Because of the grind. You told me yesterday I can do some EAFC26s. Let's go, buddy. W. Mumbo, you're the reason why I'm taking right now. Does Paldroid count as the web app or companion app? I've never used it, so I'm not sure, actually. I would assume it's web app. Because Pale Tools Mobile is web app. And so is Pale Tools. 99s and packs tomorrow. You made me so excited for that. Wait, so are we getting Marcelo and other SBC 99s in packs tomorrow? That makes me upset if we actually are. I believe so. Why did we do the SBCs then? What is the reason, EA? You forced us into it. Was the best pack to get a Prime Hero player? I think the best method to get a Prime Hero is actually to do the draft. Because I believe draft games count towards that. Someone's buying up cards in August. Mods lock them up. What's your hot take about me, Mumbo? No comment. Plead the fifth. Yes, it's confirmed by X by leakers. Glad I didn't do the SBC. LOL, I did the cheeky 98 plus. Got the NES through 99. If I have 10 while building the packs. I wonder if they're going to give us like a 96 plus footies player pick or something soon. Like, is this going to get replaced with a 1 of 3 96 plus FOF or footies, maybe? That'd be sick. I mean, we still have 4 days for this one, the 1 of 4. Glad you didn't do what SBC. The Marcelo, I guess, is supposedly in packs. The 99 Marcelo. No comment equals I like you, but I can't say it. Sure, we'll go with that, Lena. We'll feed that delusion. But if I pack 99 Dembele, I will shit my pants. I hope you don't. Maradona, Dino, Henry, Marcelo, Ham, Modric, VVD, Wards, Pina, or the 9. So we're having more 99s in packs. Okay. That's better than what we have right now. Right now it's kind of, not upsetting with the lack of 99s, but I wish there were more. Why did YouTube let me see Lena's comments? Lena's comments are weird. I feel like half the time YouTube flags her as spam because they think she's like a OnlyFans sex account. And then the other half of the comments are just like standard comments. So it's hard to know for sure. Will you go live at content time? We live in the United States and work Monday through Friday, so I can't go live at new content time. We're live during the week, 4 hours after new content. But the weekends we're usually live earlier. So like Saturday. Sunderland doesn't play Saturday this week, so I'm either going to get a really early workout in, and then we do a watch along for some of the earlier games, or I work out after the stream and we get on and stream super duper early, like 4 or 5 hours before new content, watch all the games, stream through new content, and then get a workout later in the day. Hey, Mumbo, what's up, buddy? You know, in EA, they'll make it a 96 plus F1 footies, both with 2 squads. You know what's the frustrating thing about 2 squads more than anything? It's not even SVC bans. I just don't want to deal with any other packs at this point. Is anyone else kind of in the same boat? Like, you just want the 2 types of packs? If I get 99 Dembele, I'll put it all in red. Go for it. Ibra will be in packs too. So I should do the Ibra SBC. Perfect. I'm just going to remove all the SBC. I don't want to do any of the 98 ones. Especially if they're going to be in packs. We have a full 99 squad anyways. I feel like at this point it's just not needed. From where have you packed the most 99s? Packs. 85 tons. Gonna rep 60, 85 tons. Go for it, Ben. Do it. Let's see it. Mumbo, what kind of player you'd be so happy to pack tonight? I have a follow-up question after that. I would love to pack all the Sunderland cards, just collectively. The issue is there's just so many Team of the Year, Team of the Season, icon cards for Sunderland players. So many 99s out there, Sunderland players. I don't think it'd be possible to get them all tonight, sadly. Coins? Yeah, I mean, coins are nice, but, like, the promo packs aren't the greatest either. I guess on Friday it could be different. Isn't Giannis foreign C-Barbs, VPN C-Barbs? I think they're all, Lena. Brother was hounding me on the video, but he's not at the stream, so he can talk about how to do Paildroid for him. Where's he at? He's missing it. What was my 85-10 pack grind effective enough? I put 3 specials, 89 plus, 3 go. Nope, not effective enough already. I heard you just say rating pluses, and I already am disgusted. I had to stop reading. Alright, I'll try to make my way through it this time. I put 3 specials, 89 plus, 3 gold rares, 85 to 86, and 5 provision players. That means 6 85 10s per provision while keeping more than enough players for picks. That sounds efficient on the surface, but I'm telling you, over time is way less efficient than just building up more 85 10s and spamming those open into any amount of footies player picks you want to do. Your goal is quantity. And that's how you're going to get quantity and efficiency. And that's the main reason we want you guys to build up. The more you focus on building up, the easier it is to spam them open into whatever it is you want to do. So I just put all 10 players back in? That's not what I said. I just would not think about it in terms of rating and special cards the way you talked about it. Some will be overkill, some will be exact. It's less about exact ranges. It's more about the mix of the two packs together. And the pack numbers going up. How many 8510s should I open to do like 20 footies? How many 8510s do you have? I would have at least 100 plus before even considering. So just spam with random ratings? Not random ratings. But having an understanding that you could use as low as 75 gold common. Mixed in with specials and get any sort of rating needed. Yeah, if you have 300, I would think of it as if you're wanting to make 20 footies picks, theoretically, how many cards do you need? You need 11 cards. You need, what, a 90 rating? So, bare minimum, you'd need probably 25 packs open. I would say 30 would probably be good. Because the lowest you're going to get is 85s and 86s. You're going to get a crap ton of 96s, 97s, 98s. Median will be a bunch of like 90, 91 specials. You'll be good. So behind at 260, but I've done 1,700 total. Nice. Look at another 96. Let's go. Gold. But I have a feeling the batch tomorrow will be smaller and harder to pack. The grind will be slow to get. I mean, if that's the case, then doing what we've recommended for this week and building up even more to be good no matter what makes even more sense then, right? It's only going to help. It's never going to hurt. Got VVD and Henri from the Footies pick. Nice. Didn't you get Bruno 3 times, not 2? Yes, correct. And we're going to get him a 4th time today. Dante, what's up, buddy? Would you like my offer? I would like you to stop talking, Lena. That would be my preferred choice. But I know that's not going to happen. Minute 50 without menus or companions? Nice. $220 8510s now. I even opened about 30 packs for SBCs and got 98 and got Barcola. Nice. Did they update it to Liverpool yet? We are at like a little more than 1,400, I think, built out. So on our way to 1,500. I haven't been grinding as much as I should be. I've been slacking a little bit. What do I do about softbands? Cycle. PS4, PS5, or old gen, new gen for Xbox 2. Companion app, web app. Bare minimum, you have at least 1,200 SBCs a day. If you're doing old gen, new gen reset method for the web app companion app, you can have well over 2,000 potentially a day. My Barcola is PSG. Just another 99. Sophia Wilson, let's go. What time is it for you? Yeah, it's 4:30 Central Time. But I'll be. Imagine they drop unlimited 8610 tomorrow and laugh at you. What would be funny about that? Wouldn't having more 8510s make it even easier to make the 8610s? It would only build up the amount of 8610s you can make infinitely quicker. Sounds like a win to me. Doing the gauntlet now? Noise. We are getting another 99 tonight, boys. I want to get one before we end the stream. We need to up those numbers. Need those preseason tokens from the gauntlet, but the only problem is that I'm too bored to do so. So, question, because I can't remember if someone answered it the other day or not. When it comes to finishing the season pass, do you get rewards for finishing the season pass that carry on to FC27? Not like the weekly stuff. I know the weekly rewards, 10k coins and the 81 times 3. What is the reward you get for finishing the season pass that carries on to FC27? What's that specific reward? Yes? Think EA is going to release the 99 player picks like they did last year? I'm trying to remember last year. They had an SBC that was literally just all 99s in the pick. Or it was a really high chance of getting 99s. It was a 5 of 20, 99 PP. I mean, at that point, we would just have every card in the game then. That's 99, so that'd be a W. But like, I don't know how you guys are. I really enjoy the not being able to get everyone yet and slowly having that number go up, because the second we get them all, we have nothing to do until 27 comes out. So I want it to take us all the way to mid-September. The second we get that stuff, the grind's basically completely over. Or feels completely useless. We might complain a little bit here and there with it not being up to where we want it at this point of year, and that's all valid and fair. But another reason we're still playing this late is because of how slow it's going. Like, there's pros and cons in that. Like, last year I feel like I played way less at the end of the year. Got 99 ham yesterday. It was hyped. W. Earlier today I was at a funeral. Wake, surrounded by grieving relatives. I'm sad in the corner grinding SVCs on mobile app. Like the deceased final wish was for me to complete another 8510. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm not smiling because of that. I'm smiling because I'm picturing you sitting at a funeral awake. And if I was at that same funeral wake and I saw you on the companion app or Foot Junior Pill Tools, I'd be like, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing? I think they should release it 2 weeks before the end of the game, so it's not like we don't have to grind anymore, but still gives us time for those players. I hope we get the web app earlier than, like, what, a day and a half before the actual game comes out early. Doing SBCs at a funeral is crazy. It is wild. I agree. But to be fair, it is valid. Did you pack anyone at it? Doing SBCs during class was peak. I don't think you guys realize how much fun it was to go to a lecture hall on a Champions League day and midday, like every dude's computer in the lecture hall of like 500 people is just watching Champions League football. And then that's half of my screen on my laptop. The other half is me on the web app, just spamming BPM. Using the the OG method back in the day where you'd do a second tab and you'd switch tabs as the pack was being opened so it would stop the animation. Grief is temporary, the menu grind is eternal. Brother. Jeez. Bro, I'd watch your streams and my lectures, just put AirPods in and grind along while listening to your streams. Bro, I did the same thing for people as well. Did I tell you guys I had a professor pull my computer up during a lecture one time? It wasn't a huge lecture hall for this one. It was a computer lab. And I was grinding bronze pack method and doing Libertador's bidding and flipping them on my transfer list. And I was in the middle of doing that, and there's a chick in front of me who was shopping for swimsuits. And our professor froze our screens, and he started going through them. And he went to hers. He's like, looks like some people are doing some shopping right now, and some people are playing some sort of video game. Hey, man. Still got an A in the class. Imagine you packed 90 on R9 at a funeral and jumped up to celebrate. Oliver, what's up, buddy? Out of which pack, Hansen? The 8510. They would close our tabs in high school. It was so annoying. We had like a majority of the game sites blocked. For some reason, we could play a game called Dino Hunt. And it was the most fun we could have at school, in high school. You go around hunt dinosaurs. But you couldn't play Minecraft. Actually, I take that back. We could play Minecraft. We had someone bring in a USB flash drive that had Minecraft on it, and we'd plug it into the computer, and we could play it from that. Or if someone brought their laptop, we could play Minecraft on there. We just couldn't connect it to the internet. So weird, Footwiz was not blocked, but Footbin was, because they knew Footbin was infinitely clear. Oh, my school blocked the web app. I'm being for real. Dude, that's just hating. They can't block the web app. Used to play Shell Shockers. There was a, was it Fun Brain when I was a kid? It had like a million different games on it. One of them was like your stick figure going through the streets, jumping over cars and stuff. That was fun. Missed the FIFA 22 footies grind. It was so much fun. Better, but the 8510 wasn't unlimited until early September. I think a lot of us didn't even really care about a quote-unquote unlimited grind for so many years. Because, like, the game was actually fun in so many different ways. I think now we're all just desperate to spam packs because the pack way has just been, year to year, just horrifically worse every single year. And gameplay has been less and less desirable. What was that called? City Jumper? I can't remember, but I can see it in my mind right now, specifically what I would do in that game. But I couldn't tell you what it was called. Footwiz, you can collect cards like a gallery, so I had every player in it. Did one of those sites years ago have a pack opening simulation? Or was that like an extra app that did that? Because I remember I would do that when the web app would be blocked and I couldn't use it. I would just spam open that thing. You played that a ton in high school? Footwiz did? Okay. Could you imagine if you could get paid, even if it was pennies, on this game to like either grind or like make coins or get XP and stuff? How sick would that be? Like every 8510 you do is a penny. They also had a spinner. Dude, I remember I used to, when my twin sister and I were little kids, we would get, what were they? They were stuffed animals. Webkins. We would get Webkins. And with the Webkins, you'd have like the stuffed animal, but they'd all come with a code that you could use online. Bro, we had so much fun. There was a daily wheel spin. I was addicted to that daily wheel spin. That had to be the start of my like menu grind obsession. Because we did it in that game. We would try to do like all the wheel spins and all the additional stuff that Webkins had. I would do it through Club Penguin. I would do it through Call of Duty. Like we'd play Call of Duty. We'd actually play it. But I love stacking crypto keys and then doing a huge crypto key opening. And then constantly burn the crypto keys into more crypto keys. Dude, I had a night. If you go back and look at my old Call of Duty streams back in the day. Like if you go literally 10 years ago at this point. You can find streams where I had hundreds of crypto keys. I basically had every single common item in the game and most of the rare ones. So instead of doing the 30 crypto key supply drop, I would do the 10 crypto key one, which is the equivalent of like a 400 coin bronze pack versus a 750 coin bronze pack, or a 5k gold pack versus a 7.5k gold pack. Like you're not going to get as many rare items, but you can still get something really quality. And we would spam the ever-living crap out of that nonstop. And dude, I would sit there and just recycle crypto keys, burn them over and over. I think I got the XMR from a... I'm convinced I got the XMR from a common. Hold on. I need to find if I did. I can't be lying to you guys. MumboElite XMR. Wow, are they not going to show me my own XMR video? Was the gun called something else? Was it the XMR? Black Ops 3. What was that SMG that I'm thinking of? Bro, they're not going to let me find it. Unbelievable. Open lobbies with subs. Search Sunday. Where was the XMR video? Grinding out triple play. Alright, we'll find it eventually. Another time. I'd have 200 pennies. Typed. I appreciate it, buddy. Are you, typed question, buddy. If you're still here, brother. A flight earlier today, I got 99 Merino. Nice. You are? Sweet. If I am your favorite gay streamer, don't you feel like you should prove that in some way? Like, guys, what do you think? Do you think you should prove that with a super chat or something? Maybe a YouTube membership? Something to show all his thanks? Because that's such a wonderful title you've bestowed on me. I don't believe I'm deserving of that honor. I don't think I even qualify. Alright, let's do another one of these. Oh, black. Bang, bang. Did Paletta update again today? Pale Tools? I saw he was asking for people's feedback, and he was running some more tests. Is there a 0.6 version of that dropped yet? Bro, how's your console working like Foot Genie? What do you mean? Who is the North America representative of the FIFA Intercontinental Cup? I have no idea. How do you get 98s? Open 8510s. You'll get plenty of them. You'll get very familiar with Schlotterbeck. You're on console right now? Same. It's building golds and specials the right way. Can you show your settings? The same exact way we mentioned in videos. Newest, high to low, 96, 75. Storage all. Ignore position, yes. Acquired date, newest. And then making sure you're mixing in 8510s and provisions. What about your 97s? They will eventually, if I don't deal with them, fill up my dupe storage and I'll have 197s. Didn't even know newest was an option. It is the GOAT of SBCs. Got every single rewind player, 96 to 98, rated at least 4 times. Oh, I need to do my 98 plus still, and I need to do my daily 3 rewind picks. Gonna try this now. Thanks, man. No problem, buddy. Yeah, it works really well. Jolene. Jolene. There was a problem. Uh-oh. Boys, they're onto us. They're going to kick us for making too many packs. For some reason, Pale Tools is so slow today. It's not Pale Tools itself. The web app, I feel like, has been extremely slow today. But Pale Tools in particular, I feel like anytime Paletta fixed something, it broke something else. I don't know if anyone else noticed that today. But it's like each update is like, alright, now we got the auto SVC, but now templates are broken. Now we fixed templates, now you can only make like 5 autos at a time before it has issues. Now the new one, you can make more than 5, but you gotta refresh. Soft fan on web apps, now I'm going to grind console for a bit. Yeah, and if you can make a lot of provisions on console, doing like 87 minimum, whatever highest you want, and just doing most recent. That's a very easy way of quickly getting your provisions made. I'm auto SBC off by default. I don't have it. Oh, brother. I don't want to have to open these extra packs, man. Why are they doing this to us? Only 2 days until I get to shout abuse at Newcastle for you. Let's go. W, brother. I'm cheering you guys on. Grind is too easy. My storage gets full after 10 packs. I would then recommend clearing before you ever can get a full dupe storage. If you're trying to spam open the packs faster. As my dupe storage is full myself. I'm at 340, 510. Should I go for 500? Sure. Go for it. Let's see it. Show me your packs. Need to clear a club? Yes, sir. If your dupe storage is filling up, it's because your club is filling up. Battery's low. No shot. You're lying. You're lying. Dude, how is that not a 92 rated? How is that not a 92 rated? There we go. How many do I have right now? I'm on my way to 1,500. Jolene. Jolene. My gosh, I just realized you're on Xbox. That I'm on Xbox? That I'm on Xbox? Me? Are you blind? What makes you think this is Xbox? Imagine if EA removes softbands tomorrow. That'd be awesome, but don't see it happening. Through tips, so I'm thinking they don't. If they do or don't, I don't care. I don't think we're realistically going to see them until probably the last week or two, if they did come, which I guess would technically be the next week or so. But I wouldn't hold my breath on it, nor do I think it's needed. And if anything, it's kind of a good thing, because you can still grind a crap ton, but then you can also call it a day and say GG. Xbox clears PlayStation anyway, letting you keep your physical copy until while PlayStation said F you to the physical community. Xbox doing that is a wonderful thing, and it's going to make the competition, make PlayStation swing back around. That competition is needed. The reason PlayStation has gone to the point it has is because they've had such little competition, in my opinion. So that's only a good thing. So W Xbox. Thought I use Xbox? I might have to eventually. I would hate to. I've been PlayStation my whole life, but if PlayStation's become $10,000, I have to rent games for $500. Switch may have to happen. Thought you played on the Super Nintendo? Yeah. I play the Nintendo Switch when I grind menus. Sorry, guys. I've been lying this whole time. Nintendo Switch is goated for the menu grind. I'm tired of pretending it's not. Xbox comeback in the last 18 months has been generational. I grind menus on my fridge. You say that as a joke. Some people actually do that because they have smart fridges. Thought you played on the Game Boy? Dude, I love the Game Boy. I use the Wii to grind the menus. We Ash the Pale Tools Squad Builder is broken again. Paleta! ¿Por qué, mi amigo? I'll get him on speed dial. Yeah. Boys, you know what's crazy? We haven't even been live for an hour yet, have we? It's gonna be such a good stream. Paletta went into hibernation for like months. It felt like there was an updates, and then he's dropped like 10 in the past like week and a half. More like Paletti frauded. Hey, he's a one-man team doing infinitely more than a full EA Sports company. He's doing more than a billion-dollar company. Let that sink in. You know, we signed Marmouche, the team. He has scored the most goals against his Newcastle. Is he going to be available for the game? How many hours is it you have to sign before you can be registered? Madamouche. Love me some Madamouche. RTG legend last year for us. Remember? Madamouche. Daily, we were scoring bangers with that card. Some of you are probably like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I had a gameplay RTG at the start of this year, boys. That's how crazy of a year it's been. How long it's been. Feels fast, but... Hey! EA! You did not just SBC ban me. You're lying. You're lying. Bruh. That's rude. Pleta probably feared asking for money, then came Foot Genie with the hyper marketing and monthly subs. I mean, Pleta gets donations and stuff. I mean, the thing is, you got to understand with Pale Tools versus Foot Genie, the reason Foot Genie is able to offer the amount of services they do, and it's as good as it is because they have a team working on it, and they charge so that people pay it, and they can get more people to work on it. It's more of a business model than Pale Tools, which is the free alternative. It's still great, but you're noticing what happens in real time when you only have a one-man team. But once Pleta gets it down, once he kind of finds out what's stopping these templates from glitching and he gets the auto SBC working, can you imagine how insane Pale Tools is going to get? Boo EA. Shortest Mumbo stream. Shortest Mumbo stream ever? What makes you think I'm stopping, brother? We are doing the mythical method. We are switching to the broken controller. We're about to rage using the PS5. But before we do that, let me see if we're still banned on web app. Because I'm about to hop on some web app. If not, we're about to do some Foot Genie. Alright, we're in. Alright, EA. Moment of truth. 143 for the day. 0 for the hour. Good for the club insights. How we sit in EA. Come on. Please. Please, 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 please. Come on. W. Okay. We'll try to do this right now. We can't solve multiple times. What are we talking about? Are we going to get us dodgy Fire Stick to watch Sunderland in Europa League? Why would I need a dodgy Fire Stick when I have Paramount Plus? Such a great feeling realizing you're not. I'm not gonna say what you just said, innings, because I know what's gonna happen the second I say it. I do love Ashley Phillips, but if Barca are open for a direct swap deal between Ashley Phillips and Yamal, I take. That's a very hot take. 98 Salah? You're joking. You're joking. What crap is this, man? Bro, I thought those were supposed to be good. I feel like I've been lied to, man. He's got soft band? Rip. Alright, should we do the, another 96. Let's do the, let's take these off, first of all. Let's do the ultimate player picks. There's just 3 squads. I dare you to put in bronzes. No? Alright, come on, EA. Please. Please, please, please. One of the 99s we don't have would be wonderful. Otherwise, I'll take the fodder. Yeah. Cancelo. Oh. Davies. We don't have Davies yet, surprisingly. Mateo. Good night, out, man. Have a good one. All right, see you, brother. Have a good night, man. That's wild, bro. He's a bunch of scoundrels. All right, we should have enough specials in our club mixed with the golds to do a decent amount of 85 10s. See how that goes. 85 10. Bang. Come on. Why'd you open it on web app? Everyone knows you have better pick luck on console because EA just banned me for making SBCs on PS4. And so out of protest, I'm staying on here until I get banned. Dude, I need to get my phone, actually. I need to see if Sunderland signed anyone. I need to be on red alert. Breaking, Sunderland has signed Dembele on a 20-year deal. Wait, is Europa League out? No, it's in the morning, right? Thought he was going to Tottenham. Moussa Dembele. You mean the greatest player you have ever played against? Said every player ever. Grand Theft Auto 6 has over 600,000 animations for how NPCs can react in the world, compared to only 55,000 in GTA 5. Dang. Did Gonzalo score today for Fulham? Oh, look at that run into space. Oh! What a goal, man. Sunderland made an offer. Bexio, but it fell short of the 40 mil Marseille we're hoping for at this stage. Therefore, nothing's been accepted for the proposal. The player himself is not indifferent to the prospect of playing in the Premier League. Come on! Come on, Sunderland, pay it. When I'm on GTA 6 and FC27 installed and I see on Twitter a Chinese guy ate a bat. Bruh. It's a bunch of footballers celebrating. Do your best roadman accent, please? I'm good. Which Moussa Dembele, though? Good question. Is November 19th the day GTA comes out? By this time tomorrow, Igor will be a Sunderland player. Terms agreed with the player. Can understand the position OM is in. Trying to get a bit more. It will happen. Are you manifesting, right? Another source I saw confirmed. We have a deal with the player right now, and it seems to be the French way of changing things. They want more money, which their position I get. This is the Metallic on steroids with blue changing things different. They need this money. Come on. Come on. Alright, 97s, 96s. Should we, let's do some player picks. I've done a total of 1 so far. We've been focused on just making... the 85 10s. How many of these could we make right now? What do you think about SBC, man? What do you mean, what do I think of SBC, man? What do I think of them in general? What do I think about not having it be unlimited? No SBC ban? Why is it in the game? I mean, in general, I don't mind it being there. You can still do a crowd ton of grinding and switch from console to companion app and web app just fine. I think in general, if they call something unlimited repeatable, they should allow you to do it an unlimited amount of times if you have the fodder for it. I don't like the fact that it feels like false advertising on their end from the standpoint of like, if they only want you to do, let's say 300 SBCs a day, they should limit SBCs to maybe like 100 a piece daily. Then have it refresh the next day. They should go more that direction. They push back to December 12th. Then they're going to push it back to 2017 or 2027 and then 2028. You opened 50 today and you got 0.99, so watch me get one in this first set. I wish I could have made 25. Alright. Come on. Horrific start. Oh, horrible. How do you feel about the new version of SBCs coming? It looked like from the beta there was still the bronze upgrade, silver upgrade, and gold upgrade the old-fashioned way. And it sounds like marquee matchups and other things will still be the old-fashioned way. Which the new SBC system being point-based could be a positive for some and really bad for others. Depends on how they price it. I mean, it's the same way as like player picks, right? For the longest time, people loved the 84 plus player pick later in the game versus the 85 or vice versa because of the different things it offered. One of them was lower rating, but it was easier to get fodder because it cost less cards total versus one was a little bit more overkill, but you got a higher rated thing. If they make it where like one of the first player picks released in the game is really horrible value and it makes it super difficult to consistently grind, I'm probably not going to be a fan of like that one, but another SBC may come out that's really easy to grind. We kind of have to wait to see how it plays out. I think overall, there's the potential for it to be way easier, but I think for your standard person, the menu grind might become actually more difficult. Because think of it, you're learning a brand new system. Most people probably won't know how much cards are worth in general or how to build it up. If we do have, like, let's say the Premium Mixed League upgrade again, would they make it where the Premium Mixed League upgrade's under the new point system? Or would that be under the old one for SBCs? We'd have to wait and see. I'm excited regardless. Because we'll be grinding regardless. I gotta get this season's kit in a long sleeve. Gonna get the golden Prem patch. Derossi, nice. So I'm getting some 98s, which is cool. If I'm not seeing the 99s. EA needs to give more warnings for an SBC ban and tell you how long it's for. One of the things I was going to actually bring up is I wonder with the new quote-unquote SBC system if that almost fixes a soft ban SBC problem altogether. Like, will it even be the case people are getting SBC banned? Or will that be harder to happen? Okay, another 98 that we already had. It was alright. Could have been way better. Should we do another group? Oh, 98 plus. Come on. Come on, please. Please. Another 99. Oh, Slaughterback, of course. What fool would I be if I didn't get the gold patch? Yeah, I would for sure get that. That's going to be your only time winning the Premier League in the next 50 years. I would 100% remember it. How do you have so much fodder at once, considering there's 100 SBC? Turley, I feel like I see you comment on the videos, brother. Do you not watch the videos? We say it in every single one of them. What is the best form of storage, guys? It's not the club and it's not the SBC storage. What's the best form of storage you have? Packs. Yes, sir. Ding, ding, ding. Exactly. Because not only is it unlimited packs, it's unlimited fodder. And that's how we're able to turn our brain off and make these super quickly. So remember before when I was telling you guys the benefit of stacking packs and making these in groups rather than one by one with an exact rating of like 90 plus and using this into that? That's slowing you down. I do spam them, but I don't like doing it for some reason. You don't like doing what? Sunderland won't even win one in your lifetime? You're right. They won't win one. They'll win 5. This year, next year, the year after that, the year after that, they'll get second when they win the Champions League, and then the 6th year they'll win. I feel I read that as a different word. I did not read that as stack at first. I feel like I'm depleting my stack. Then I would assume you're not grinding in the way that we recommend if your 8510s aren't going up. Hey, don't look at me. Don't look at me that way. You wrote it. Hazard, let's go. W. He's basically a 99, right? The only trophy Sunderland are winning in our lifetimes is the championship to make their way back into the Prem when they get relegated. No, they would never win the championship. They'd have to go through playoffs like always. But we got the Papa John's trophy, brother. How many times has Arsenal won the Papa John's trophy? Can someone look that up real quick? How many Papa John's trophies does Arsenal have? How many Papa John's trophies does PSG have? They won back-to-back Champions Leagues, but I don't see them having the Papa John's trophy. Just saying. Just saying, man. Kind of crazy, man. Not gonna lie. How many times has Sunderland won the Emirates Cup? How many times should I time you out for right now for saying that? Guys, Sunderland's going to win so much silverware in the next few years. It's going to be crazy. We're not going to have to talk about an FA Cup from years and years ago. It's going to be a wonderful time. Speaking about a wonderful time, are you guys ready to see me rage due to the worst controller stick drift known to man? The only silverware Sunderland has seen is cutlery from their food. Alright, man. Actually, thank you for that. I'm going to add you to the collection. Shallow. I'm going to put you right next to the... I'm going to put you right next to your favorite comment ever in our chat. The pressure's on. Virtue Cup final in person in 2024. Nice. I need to take a piss, guys. And I need to make a coffee. Because we're going to keep grinding for a while yet. What do you say, guys? Should we do another, maybe... Oof, what should we say? Another... 2 hours? How many C-barbs is a Sunderland trophy worth? What does that even mean? What logic does that sentence follow? Alright, be right back. We got to store these packs back up. Bro. It is getting to that time of the window where Sunderland fans are starting to plane watch. They're looking for different flights taken off from different locations. They're looking for articles written in any language possible and translating to try to find the slightest leak of a potential source. It is time to get desperate. Mumbo, bigger club all time? Harry's or Halifax Town? Can I go for a third option? Can I enter a third potential team? The Madison Ford Flamingos. Halifax would not be able to stand up against the Pink Flamingos. Big up Kitty. Both wouldn't be able to score a single goal. First off, we have Seabarbs versus Nani. That's an unfair fight. How many Seabarbs is a Sunderland trophy worth? I still... These units of measurement don't make sense. Yo, bro, 2 days ago I was asking for advice. Jumped from 250 to 540, 85 10s. Let's go. Hope to pack VVD tomorrow. W, man. Yeah, we're hopefully going to have a super... Depending... I might be going out to dinner with some mates, depending on what their plan is. But if I'm not, plan to have a long stream on Friday. And if not Friday, a long stream on Saturday. You remember watching Kitty? You're admitting to watching kids, is what it sounds like you're talking about. That's a wild statement. Next, you're gonna say you love young boys or something. Crazy. Is Kitty local? No, he travels to watch Kitty in person from behind the fence. Love that one team from Switzerland. Plus signing provisions from 50, 85, 10s. It's normal. Yep. The most normal way to make them will be over time, just spamming open a group of 85 10s and recycling all of it back into provisions and then opening more 85 10s to balance it. So like right now, we're just all the extra specials and 87 pluses in our club, just building these out. We'll probably get to 100 plus again and then go back to not making any more for a while. I do love young boys. They're so underrated. Whoa! Whoa! I'm not even going to finish the rest of that sentence to give context. Hey, yo! FBI, check his hard drive. My goodness, Turley. Compared to all of them. Actually, Adam Johnson's second favorite club is Young Boys. Who? Adam Johnson. Name doesn't sound familiar. Thoughts on mandatory check on Youth Scouts hard drive? Go for it. Don't talk bad about loving Young Boys until you watch them go. Might be the craziest sentence I've ever read in chat. And we've had to lean in chat for weeks now. You have weirdos in chat, Mumbo? Spicy? They've always been weirdos around. You'll have times where streams get really weird. Times where they're really serious. It's a interesting hybrid of people. Former Sunderland player you've heard of? Name doesn't sound familiar. Sounds like a Newcastle player, if you ask me. Sounds like fake news. Alright, continue to open packs, boys. The grind must continue. If they SBC ban me on here, I'll be very upset. We should probably be smart about this. My most favorite team to watch in Europa League is actually Young Boys Chat. I want Sunderland to match against AC Milan and have it be an away game so bad so that they can play Milan. Have you seen a Macam and Milan memes will actually come true? And like my childhood would be complete to see Sunderland in the San Siro. Oh, dude, if that draw comes out and we actually play Milan in San Siro, I will literally cry when I see it happen. There will be tears in my eyes. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've seen the GTA 6 trailer. I saw like 5 minutes of what was on Netflix. Is that what you're talking about? Looks like a GTA. So if new SBC systems could potentially end soft fans, does that mean Foot Genie could add a feature like put every eligible duplicate low-rated card into this upgrade until it's complete? Well, that's the thing. The new feature of how SBCs are done could potentially make it where you're not able to use Foot Genie or Pale Tools anymore for them. That might actually be EA's way of getting rid of that. Not by bans, but by making them ineligible. Like, anything could happen, so I'll be curious to see. I grind menus on the airplane seat screen. Let's go. Do you think they'll maybe remove soft ends like they did last year? If they do, I would assume it'd be in September. So, maybe in a few days, but... I mean, to be fair... What's happened over the past week? We got specials changed to any special can count. That's probably the biggest thing. What was the last big thing before that? Last, bro, the UCL finals at this year. Hopefully we make it back again. Hopefully. For your sake. Otherwise, you're going to get memed into oblivion. So I'm fairly happy with our UCL group today. Just Madrid and Bayern will be tough. Should be tomorrow given it's preseason. I mean, should be already, but... The requirement made the grind so much easier. It's crazy to think I had over 1,000 packs saved for 85 10s. Before that came out and changed. Is that wild? Boom, 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 boom. Alright, how many did we make? Because we still have quite a bit we could do. $125, perfect. To be honest, I don't know how you did that much. You're crazy. Yeah, we're a little wild. City have a horde group. Who's their group? So if I stayed all game doing all modes the season pass, how much coins will I make? Made 10 million this FIFA. If you stayed all game doing all modes with season passes, how much coins would I make? As in right now, if you did everything to finish this season pass? Or are you saying for 27? No clue for 27. For this one, I have really no clue either. You can make millions of coins literally without the season pass or game modes. You can make millions of coins a week just doing 85 10s into tradable packs. Barca, PSG, Porto, Sporting, Napoli, Leipzig, Eichlands. Nice. For the new game, I stopped 6 months. Yeah, we have no idea what's going to be in it, so we can't really answer that question. I would assume with more coins being given and rewards, more coins being given after each game, chance of packs after each game, chance of XP, bonus packs, new point system. I'm going to assume with a token shop and the other things, coins will be easier this year than previous years. Or at least that's my hope. We'll be making millions anyways. Also, too, when it comes to the menu grind, we focus very hard this year on all three of those camps. Unlimited coins, unlimited packs, and unlimited fodder. We're going to do the same thing next year, but find different ways to grind, especially early on. Like, one of the methods I'm thinking of early on in my head will be goated. The gold bidding. I think it'll be very similar to the silver lid method. Just saw it, the 87 sevens there for 20 days. Yeah, I mean, you can do them. I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a pack. Personally. City spending 500 mil if they buy Enzo and Everton winger. Yeah, but they've also sold like a full 11 plus half of like a bench. So they've gotten rid of like 14 players. They've freed up a lot of wages. Made a lot of profit. Dude, have you guys seen what's been going on with Aston Villa and Chelsea, man? What is going on? Chelsea has made a profit on players that have barely ever scored goals or have had any success, whether in the Premier League or just at Chelsea in general. And then with Aston Villa, they're just recycling. They're just recycling players to each other. It's like, hey, we'll spend a lot of money on Garnacho. We'll take your goalkeeper. We kind of want this player. We'll do this. Brother. Man City have made 400 million from transfers this year. Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me when they spend 500 mil. As much as I'd love to make fun of City potentially getting charges, there is actually a reality to it as well. Dude, Villa is wild with it, though. Like, they'll just find random free agents that just so perfectly fit their team. But yeah, let's do it. Bang. Goretzka? Absolutely. I think Martinez to Chelsea makes sense. I think both think they deserve way more than they'll actually get. So they're a match made in heaven. He's been crying for the last 3 summers that he's saying goodbye to Aston Villa, but no one's picked him up. And Chelsea's been saying they're a top football club for ages. They've never backed it, so honestly, match made in heaven. Now they got a proper manager in. Crazy. Crazy what can happen. If only they had a leader, a captain they could get behind with a crap ton of top European level experience. Sadly, you turned them down, he said. Sorry, Chelsea. I'm playing European football this year. Apologies. This is who do we place him with? I was thinking Mateta still. Yeah, Xerxes looks like he's going. Yeah. Oh, that was the thing I was going to say. Tammy's going to Ipswich. And they're getting now, for Aston Villa, they're buying Mr. Overrated. And Chelsea's making a huge profit on him. They just recycled. They had the Bayern loan where they made, was it 5, 10, or 15 mil? I can't remember how much they charged for the loan. But it was an outrageous amount of money to get him to go there. And now Aston Villa's buying him. Like, genuinely, they're just recycling endlessly. Chelsea is doing the IRL 85-10 method. For unlimited packs, unlimited fodder, and unlimited coins. But to them, it's unlimited players, unlimited squads, unlimited loans, unlimited money, unlimited profit. There's Alvarez. He's penitentiary. Yeah. Is he going to get a move to Arsenal just to go to Barcelona halfway through the season? So they don't quickly sell him. Arsenal will buy him for 100 mil. And then Barca will buy him from Arsenal for 110 mil. Unlimited fodder, Garnacho. True. For rules are fair, Villa should be taking Chelsea's player, not the other way around. Batch Team 1 release tomorrow looks stacked. Do we have a list of everyone in it? Like, did one of the leakers tweet all the re-release cards? I saw a bunch of the 99s, which looks sick. But someone mentioned the fear of maybe not having as many specials in packs as we have now. Anybody see anything about that? I just realized I didn't turn this down to 95 or 75. Whoopsie. Villa Newcastle fans need to know their place in the food chain. They're so arrogant. I feel like, obviously I have a bias when it comes to Newcastle, but I feel like when it comes to Villa, Villa realistically has been building for a while. You can claim that's been a little bit more healthy and a little bit more organic. My issue with Villa, though, is to keep up with the top six, so to say, they've had to continue increasing the amount of wages they've been paying their players. So when it comes to like people coming in, it feels very difficult for people to compete with Villa to sign potential players. Not just from like players coming in for a fee, but like the free agent market. I feel like just Villa dominates the free agent market because they'll just pay out outrageous sums of money. And now it even feels like they're getting bailed out by Chelsea and some other teams and the Saudi League, and they're able to recycle that way too. So it's like we're reaching a point where Aston Villa is now a part of that cycle. And they're going to have more and more money. But what's even crazier is you look at Ipswich now. Look at the team Ipswich has. The quality they've been signing. They just signed Palacio. They just signed someone else too. I'm blanking on. Shoot, who was it they just signed? Oh, Tammy. We were just talking about that before. I don't know how much they signed Tammy for, but like, they got a squad now that realistically, they should be able to stay up. Coventry started probably pre-season with the best squad. Ipswich then surpassed them. Hull has built a solid foundation that they did really well against United with and are continuing to build on. Like, all three of the promoted teams have some decent quality. Coventry's probably now at the bottom of the list. How crazy of a quick flip around that was. But then it's like you look at above that too. Spurs finishing right above relegation last year. How much money have they spent? Chelsea having another poor season. How much they've spent? Aston Villa's spending. United getting Champions League. They're spending. They're doing in the midfield especially. Brentford making an even more insane team every single season. Brighton having a lot of cash now. They'll sign 15 Wonder Kids. Hull isn't that good. They just played United. No, two things can be true. I joked about that too. I'm like, guys, relax. It was just United they played. Hull has a relatively decent team. I don't think they'll have great results each week, but they have at least a solid foundation. BTG Bellingham from the 98 pick. Is that a dub? I feel like players that either make your team or 99s are dubs at this point, but I'm not sure. I guess it's up to the individual. But we have huge revenues. We invested in a stadium which held us back for a good few seasons. Now we have the revenues. And one of the most... No, I'm not saying that as a form of disrespect. I'm just saying that as a reason of how much money is in the Prem and how crazy the Prem is getting. You look across the board, newly promoted teams are now in positions where even if they're not in the best financial positions, the amount of money they're able to spend is just outlandish. And like, you can even see the effects creeping into the championship now. Championship, I feel like, has always been relatively considered a top 10 league. But the amount of money that goes from the bottom of the Prem to the top of the championship, and then players that get signed from the championship, the amount of money that gets spread between those teams now, you realistically are looking at that league getting stronger and stronger. In my opinion, in 3 to 5 years, at this rate, in 5 years, you ready for an extremely hot take? In the next 5 years, the championship may be a top 5 league. And I don't think that's crazy to say or think. English pull, money pull, chance to play in the Prem pull. I think it's quite possible. Because other leagues are getting worse, not because the championship is improving. I think both things are true. I think the championship in general has been improving a lot. I still think there's a decent amount that's not good in the championship. The levels still from top to bottom, not anywhere near even. But the more and more money that gets into it, you're seeing more and more insane talent come over. I mean, how often is it you hear like some crazy signing in the championship and you're like, I would have never expected this to happen. Like, think of when like Enzo Lefebvre signed from Roma to Sunderland, initially on the loan, and then Sunderland were able to buy him if promotion happened. That was crazy to think he would ever play in the championship when he was able to play European football. Then you go from that, you look at West Ham. The amount of players that West Ham has been able to keep in their team that are Premier League players, but then the amount of spending they've been able to do as well. Obviously, they made some huge sales too. Look at the teams that get relegated and promoted back. Burnley does the thing where they go down, they come up, they go down, they go up. And they've kind of been recycling similar players. But if you look at Ipswich went up originally from League One to the Championship with a League One quality team, won the Championship with mainly a League One quality team, went to the Premier League with mainly a League One quality team, had to get rid of a lot of those players that were still League One quality towards the end of their contracts, went back down to the Championship, reinvested even more money to make an even better quality team that is the high-end Championship caliber. Now we're back in the Premier League, and now we're building a team that's not only good enough to stay up, you could look at that and say realistically they have a chance to potentially finish mid-table. Like, it's crazy how quickly that's happening. The gun is considered a top 5, but in the championship, it's already better, so maybe it's already top 5. I mean, like, we can compare, like, talent to different leagues where maybe you say, like, look at the talent that gets poached from the Portuguese league that goes to the Prem. You could look at the talent that gets poached from maybe Bundesliga teams that goes to Bayern. You could look at League One talent that gets poached and goes to PSG. You could look at the Spanish talents that go to Barca or Real Madrid. All that is fair to look at, but just the sheer amount of money that the championship has because of the Prem and the TV deals is crazy. And it's not the same 3 teams historically anymore. It's not really the same 3 going up and the same 3 going down. It's now changing quite a bit. You have Leeds staying up, which they've done multiple times before, but they're consistently building. I don't think Leeds is at any threat of getting relegated in their second season. If anything, they have a better push for Europe and they have a better financial situation because they've been staying in the Prem and they don't have Europe. They have a higher percentage of their revenue they can spend. Sunderland's a little bit more limited. They have about 70% of their revenue that they can spend because they're in the Europa League, but they're still in a good spot. Ipswich is in a good spot. Coventry and Hull have built well. Hull had a transfer embargo where only goal differential away from being League One the previous season. They're now in a really good position where even if they go back down, financially they have a bunch of young talent that they could sell on too. Coventry's been building in the championship. You could make a case that Coventry, if it wasn't for Sunderland coming back in the playoff semifinal and had a crazy performance, I think Coventry would have went up against Sheffield United that season that Sunderland went up. So they've been building to that. Now what I'm curious about is what are going to be the teams now in the championship that not only realistically have a chance to go up besides the 3 that got relegated from the Prem. I'm looking at other teams in there. It's like, wow, Borough just missed out before. They're building a really good, consistent team. They're making some player sales. They just got some money from, was it the Rodgers deal? How much money did Borough get from the Morgan Rodgers sale? Was it like 12 million, 13 million? Something crazy? Don't forget, if a championship team wins the FA or EFL Cup, they get Europe. Yeah, so like you have you have English competitions that they're playing in too. So you have TV revenue from things like that as well. So you have like many different things they're playing for. Don't want him for us. I'll stick with my GOAT Carrick. He knows this inside out. Team, like if Burnley is one of the best teams in your league, it can't be a top 5 league. I don't think. Would you guys think Burnley's a top team in the championship? I don't think so. I mean, it's still early, but let's look at the championship table right now. I was going to do it on my phone. Let's pull it up on here. You have Wolves and West Ham. You have Borough. You have Millwall. You have a lot of relatively strong teams. And like the assumption every single year, and it's easy to fall into the trap, trust me. Every team that gets relegated thinks, even if they think it's not going to be as easy as they think, they're still the favorites to go back up. West Brom's having a good start to the season. Charlton's won their first 2 games. Dang. Wolves, it's still obviously early, but like QPR is building a solid team. Where's Swansea at? Swansea has made some key signings. They just got Jensen Sealed for the season from Sunderland on loan. He's going to be a really consistent center back. They just signed a Canadian lad. Who's the Canadian guy they just signed? Can we just look at look at this. If we did just from today. Jensen Seelt that I was talking about. Here he is. This dude's a baller from Porto. Wrexham's spending as well. I'm curious to see how Wrexham does this year. I missed this one. Wan-Bissaka's going to Aston Villa. Interesting. I was thinking Millwall would have gotten promoted last season, man. Millwall's one of those teams that I really want back in the Prem. Dude, how's Leicester doing in League One so far? Did they lose their opening game? Where do you think Championship ranks in overall leagues? At the current moment, I have them 9th. I would say top 10. I would need to lay them out and really look at what the top 10 would be to place them exactly. But I think, like I was saying before, I don't think it's crazy to think in 5 years they're a top 5 league. They're doing horrible. It's so bad. Lost one and drew one. They lost their cup game too, right? Won him 2. He even rejected AC Milan down. Hope content tomorrow is good as the promos been. Ipswich are obviously going to beat them. The real question is, how does Coventry and Hull do against each other this week? And how does United do against Ipswich? Are they at Old Trafford or are they back home again? Let's see. They're at Trafford, okay. I'll give them a fighting chance. I'm curious to see how Ipswich does on the road. Because their home form, I don't think is going to be as good as Sunderland's was last year. When Sunderland had that undefeated run for a majority of the season at home. But I think their home form is going to carry them extremely well. Did they rest Enciso in the cup match? Bro, he was cooking Sunderland's defenders, man. That was scary. He had them on skates. It reminded me of when Sunderland played City last season. And City brought on Cherki. And Cherki had that Travella assist. It was just cooking. Bro, I wanted to cry so bad. Oh, the right they slipped. Ballard went down. Switch is going to win 10-0. Where's the Hull game at? I know Sunderland has the home match against them in the cup. But this weekend, where do they play? What's the match tomorrow? We got Crystal Palace City tomorrow. That'll be a good one. Liverpool, Nottingham. At Anfield. Okay. Bournemouth, Everton. Vitality. Coventry, Hull. They're in Coventry. That will be a good game. Tottenham versus Newcastle at Tottenham Stadium. That'll be nice. Got Chelsea, Brighton at the Bridge. Leeds, Brentford at Ellen Road. So this one's going to be very interesting. So I feel like Brentford is only strengthened in this window. And Leeds does really well at Ellen Road. Extremely well. If Brentford dominates Leeds, I'm very scared to play Brentford away the following week when Sunderland has them. Sunderland has Fulham at home. Fulham, even though they lost against Chelsea, looked extremely promising as a team. Ned has Ipswich, and then Aston Villa has Arsenal on Monday. At Villa. So, I'm curious. If Martinez is in by then, he's gone right now. Does Suzuki or Bizet start that game? Do you think they'd throw Suzuki in already? Suzuki, probably. I mean, how much did they spend on him? Realistically, he had a good World Cup and was going to go to PSG anyway, so it's not that they don't believe in him. And Bizet, I don't think, didn't look great. It was probably the case it was just too early to chuck him in from when they bought him, because they literally just bought him. $30 mil? Yeah. How much did Martinez go for? Or how much is he going to go for if it hasn't gone through yet? $7.7 mil? Well, how old is he? I feel like for Arsenal, that's a really good deal because it, or I mean for Chelsea, that's a really good deal. It instantly makes Chelsea a better team. But Chelsea's new model also allows them to buy a little bit older. Martinez, is he? He's 33. I think you only need him for, what, a year or two anyways? I think Chelsea really will go after another goalkeeper soon. I thought for sure they were going to chuck down like 60 mil for Robin Roofs. I was scared out of my mind that Sunderland would lose Roofs this summer. Yo, bro, do you have autopilot settings on Foot Genie to maximize your fodder? Autopilot is in the new thing they just released? Yesterday. Rumors are buying Tolson for 50 mil. Can't keep getting away with this. Yeah, it's new. I covered it in the video today in the second half of the video. I don't think, as of right now, it's a fantastic system. I think, in general, it could be a good thing. But my issue with it is, with SBC bans still being a thing, I don't see there really being any benefit to it right now. Not only do I see there not being any benefit to it right now, I think you're going to make less 8510s, especially if you're making provisions on that. And I also think it takes away kind of a little bit of the fun of opening the packs yourself and then recycling 8510s where it's already only a few clicks of a button and you're just sitting there watching it anyways. I don't think it needs that extra stuff. Not only that, anytime there's a new system like this implemented, I'm always very cautious to start using it until you kind of see how EA reacts to it. I'm not saying it will happen, but that's the sort of thing that comes out that EA would potentially look at to ban people. Not saying they will ban people for using it, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, if they're fine with extensions when it comes to SBCs and opening, where do you draw that line? Because now we're getting a step past that, where if you logically think about it, if SBC bans got removed, you just have an unlimited coin farm. If you did that into an SBC that gives you 2 tradable packs, someone could have their computer run 24/7, make 25 million to 50 million coins in a week, sell your coins. That becomes a very big problem, even though coins are worthless to sell right now anyways. That's the sort of thing, very similar to sniping bots, that EA wants to get a hold of. Can't you avoid bans with the wait function? You can't put it on and go to sleep? I mean, you're still going to run into, what, hourly bans and daily bans? Theoretically, how much better off are you building SBCs with that? In my opinion, you're worse off. Because now, how are we going about making them? We go in there, we log on, we do 90 to 385 10s. We spam open on console, make provisions, and balance to make more 85 10s. If you're doing that new autopilot system, you're probably making both provisions and 85 10s on there. So not only are you making less 85 10s, it's slowing you down because you're doing both now. And on top of that, you're probably waiting in between to be safer. So it's taking up more time of it just sitting there doing the packs. You'd be much better off having it make the 85 10s for you when you put in like what you want to put in, the normal way we've been doing it, and then just spam them open and then recycle on console. Want to carry on using Foot Genie, we don't want to risk the ban while sitting in the air. Yeah, as long as you're not... My personal take, if you guys are asking for my opinion, I don't recommend using that new function yet. I think it's pointless. If there were a time to use it, the time to use it would be when SBC bans go away. But even then, I would most likely want to test it on an account that you don't care about. Because, like, ask yourself the question, is it worth getting an account ban right before the release of 27 on the account you probably pre-ordered 27 on? I mean, you can scale that back even further. You can say the same thing for just using extensions in general. Is it worth it even using extensions in general? That's completely up to the individual. Your servers are down? Huh. But would you rather get relegated this season but guaranteed to be the best club in the championship history, or finish 15th to 17th for 3 straight years? 15th to 17th for 3 straight years. You can continue generating infinite money. You have no Europe 70% profit margin that you have to live up to. You can just farm and be in a way better place. And you know it's for a period of time. Not forever. Like I said yesterday, it's going to attract EA's attention. I think more people who do SBCs normally are going to get account banned. Well, that's the thing though too, right? It's not only just that. When things like this happen, what happens always is you have an audience of people who, for example, Pale Tools is a perfect example of this too. This is something to watch out for because this is going to scare people prematurely, but I can almost guarantee it's going to happen. Once Paletta perfects the new feature, that's basically Foot Genie's feature of building up packs, and that's no longer glitched. Once that's working well, you're going to see a wave of people who've never used an extension before start using Pale Tools because it's free and be very easy to make these packs. That's not going to get them in trouble. You're going to have people who are doing that for the first time see that there's an option to do snipe bots in the setting, and they're going to be like, wait a second, I can use a snipe bot? I'm going to use a snipe bot. Then you have a bunch of people who use a snipe bot, they get their account banned, and then when it comes to them going to Twitter, you have a wave of account bans, and people who got account banned will say, dang it, I knew I shouldn't have used Pale Tools. I knew I shouldn't have used an extension. They won't specify that they were sniping. They'll say they just use an extension. Then all the people who just use it for SBC making an opening get super scared, but nothing ever happens to us. And that whole cycle repeats over and over. And I say that with the full assumption that still at any point in time, we all could get banned. But literally, if EA were to ban people for just using extension for SBCs, quite literally, they'd have to ban such a huge percentage of the people who still play this game. And they have to ban their own employees too. It'd be a much bigger issue. I think, like I said before, their solution is a new SBC system altogether. I think that's why we got a new SBC system. I think more than anything, EA knew they couldn't counter the extensions and they weren't going to make a better menu experience themselves. So they tried to find something that could replace it. I think that's what our new system next year is going to be. Odds soft bans get removed tomorrow. I would hope so, but I would say very low. I would say probably a week before the game comes out, they'll be like, hey, go for it. That 98 pick, what squad rating is that? Which squad are you talking about? There's many squads for the 98 pick. I've used the snipe out once, but it wasn't a big profit, like 3K, so I don't get banned. Charlie! EA! We got one! We got one! EA! EA! We got a cheater! Cheater! Turley in chat! Ban him! Ban him! Get him! You see, you guys thought I was in favor of extensions. What you don't know is I'm an EA employee undercover, sent with the task of making these videos to get you guys onto extensions, just to expose you in real time. Unbelievable. It was that easy. It just took 6 years to do, but we timed it to perfection. Now, I'm gonna give you one chance, Turley. Have you pre-ordered the Ultimate Plus 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 edition of the game yet? No, I just got banned. What happened? Hey, just saying. Just saying. I wonder if you were to cancel FC27 pre-order and pre-order it again, if you could get the 99 pre-order stat Evo again. As long as you, order by a certain day, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what that final day is. Is it the final day of August? I can show proof. What about the 1 of 4 pick for the 95? It's a 89 or 90 rated. I think 90 rated squad. Or no, that one's 89 now. If you're talking... Wait, it's not... Are you talking the footies? Because all the footies cards are 95 plus? Or are you talking the FOF? There's the response. You got Beckenbauer for the other day? It's the 31st of August. But that's like another thing with the timing too. I could just see that so perfectly. That people who pre-ordered the game, you have a wave of bans after that pre-order then. You know what I mean? Keep canceling to get unlimited stat evos? Oh, probably not. It's probably like a one-time thing. Mumbo's going to take Akinfenwa on the opening day of 27 for EFL vibes. Not only EFL vibes, I'm going to take it for Sunderland memories. You want to know why, as a Sunderland supporter, I love Akinfenwa so much? Did I fill you guys in with a Sunderland lore with Akinfenwa? Sunderland is the team who retired Akinfenwa. He played for Wickham in his final season, where they lost the League One playoff final to Sunderland. They were down 2-0 by the time he came on. And I was scared out of my mind when he came on. Because I thought for sure he was going to do some magic. All of a sudden, we'd be going to pens. Locked in, just getting the usual Ultimate Edition, screw the plus. Dude, I think I need to buy a new controller by the start of 27. Does anyone know, not PlayStation 5 controller, so to say, but is there a cheaper controller that works on the PS5 that I could order? If so, do you guys know the name? Because I know there's some you can use on multiple consoles. These PS5 ones are just built so bad for stick drift over time. You can make coins with just the normal edition. Yep. But if you're a content creator, it pays for itself, basically. That's the fun part. £1,000 is the cheapest. Is that a price or an American's weight? That's could be either one. Dude, I saw that, the 25th edition, where the logo lights up green. That was cool. Haven't done an SVC for over a month. Got so much fodder. Just open packs with the coins. You can pay for controllers using your weight? Since when? Buy second-hand ones and return as soon as the breaks. My local store are idiots and don't check. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go to my Walmart and I'm going to get the warranty on the controller and then return it once the warranty is about to go up, because it usually breaks by then. I'm probably able to do that just fine. Exclusive, Trent will return to Liverpool, but only if the Reds can strike a deal with Real Madrid. The boyhood club, the broken relationship, the unfinished story. If Indy actually is correct about that, be very interesting. You seen that madness? Barella. Barella. Under my barella. Ella. Ella. A. Under my barella. Yeah. Take him back in a heartbeat. Interesting, dude. You were flaming him, I remember. Saying good riddance, how poor he was, how you never wanted to see him again. How quick the turntables. Crazy. Key Fernandez is becoming one of my favorite players. He's insane, man. I'm so pissed you guys got him. When you get in off stream, I'm going to watch Big Brother in about an hour with my twin sister. If I don't get banned by then, I'll stream till then. If EA says you've had enough SBCs for the day, I'll then call it a day. Before then. You saved 350, 85 tens. Nice. Never said was one of them who accepted he wanted to leave. Big Brother in 2026. Dude, you got to understand. Big Brother is such a horrific show. But it's one of those things that it's so horrific, you have to watch. It's like, you know, United's never going to win 5 games in a row. You know it's going to be piss poor, but you still show up to see the train wreck. That's how Big Brother is. Like, it's supposed to be this serious thing. They're playing for prize money. But it's like almost comedic how it ends up turning out. Watched one show in 2008, never again. I give so much crap to people who usually watch those type of shows, but hey, I can understand the appeal. There's an aspect to it that is very fun. Are the retrofit birthday coming back to cosmetics? Maybe. The UK one was elite back in the day. I don't think I've ever seen the UK ones. I've seen the last few seasons of the US one, and I've seen some of the ones growing up, but it's really only been the past few years. Mainly. And then my childhood. I don't know how many special cards are going to be in content. I know there's going to be more 99s. I believe Marcelo, the SBC, is going to be one of those 99s in packs. Ending the stream for Big Brother. Priorities are absolutely spot on. Well, it is Eviction Thursday. The house could completely flip. It's a must. The Icons, even though they're in control of the house right now, and they have all the power, theoretically could lose it. Remember when Big Brother first started in the UK and it was huge? Everyone talked about it. There were live feeds to watch, but the sound was always cut out. Yep, same thing happens now. There's live streams you can watch of the feeds. I was about to make a comment and be like, could you imagine not only watching a show, but watching live stream feeds of the show instead of the show itself? Who would waste their time doing that? And then I thought about it for 2 seconds. Like, you play a video game, but you really don't play a video game as much anymore. You watch people play the video game, but the people streaming the video game aren't actually even playing the video game themselves. They're playing the menus of the video game. So not only are you not playing the video game, you're watching someone else not play the video game and talk about how bad the video game is and whether or not they're going to buy the video game, giving the pros and cons of why you should buy the video game, why you shouldn't buy the video game, ultimately seeing if you can get banned for even playing the video game when you're not playing the video game, what's worth it to do to get banned or to not get banned, what the best way to grind the game that you don't care about anymore versus giving up on it completely. It's a crazy spot to be in, man. Just curious to know what you're going to do with your coins. I had 25 million plus coins about 2 weeks ago. And I will continue to open promo packs to take them all the way down. The rest of the coins that we have, I will most likely save until we have more 99s in packs than we do right now. Or we have a higher quality pack, I should say. Used to be so jokes coming home drunk and watching the market and the live streams. Well, the show's become more and more PG, so it's not as fun anymore. Like, they're all, like, brand friendly, stream friendly, content creator friendly. No one's really playing the game anymore to play the game. They're all doing it as a way of, like, starting their career in content creation and getting onto other shows on the CBS network. So, it's not as cool as it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, you used to have, like, breakout fights happening, curse wars with each other. Now it's like they'll try to set up scenarios where they can get mad at each other or make things a bigger deal than it is. And, like, some of them, to be fair, they do a relatively good job with. Others, it's just so cringe, man. Like, the one this season, it's like a time warp, not to be confused with the horrific time warp we have in Ultimate Team. But they have the time warp thing where it's like they'll have their head of household challenge for the week. We're going to go back to the 1700s. Everyone put your hands on the kitchen table. And you put your hands on the kitchen table and it goes, oh. And then they lean back and there's a graphic that, like, shoots them all away. And then they're at the competition. That's all stupid. Drew only watched one episode for Real Dan. Dude, Dan was a baller. Dan's funeral was the greatest Big Brother play to ever happen, man. Absolute baller. His game was over. Had himself locked away. Was away from everyone. Partner was basically going to be up on the block. And he said, you know what? Let me try some. But you can't know about it. Let me lose my mind at everyone in the house. Make everyone feel bad for my partner. And then I say I'm just kidding. It's preseason tomorrow. Isn't this technically preseason too? Or is this not considered preseason? I know I'm the content creator, guys. I should know these things. Is Ultimate Rewind not considered preseason? Because I could have sworn Ultimate Rewind was like a part of preseason. Maybe it's just because that's what the season passes. It's got access to the pack for me, playing 150 days. Nice. Hype for people going to the house is mad overhyped, like they won the league or something. Yeah. To be fair, I think the way you fix Big Brother, especially the UK version, even though I've never watched the UK version in my life, I say you do a full footballer season. Could you imagine? You have, like, in the off-season, a Sunderland player in there with a Newcastle player, a West Ham player with a Millwall player, a United, a City, a Liverpool, a Hartlepool, throwing some other non-league teams. Could you imagine? Oof. Put someone with a Scouse accent in there. Talking to the camera. Don't even know a word they're saying. Could be fun. I'm hoping the best of footies are in packs. That'd be sick. Big Brother years ago, there was this guy called Nick who would write everything down and start scheming. He became the villain. I don't think you can write anything down anymore. I think they removed that ability. Put Tread in there. You could come up with some sick concepts. You could start an alliance that has let's see, who could we throw Onana in the house? Have him lead an alliance that's falling apart. Could Onana save his alliance? Dude, make it crazy. Throw some managers in there, bro. I want to see Pep play Big Brother. Have Pep start scheming in Big Brother. Put Klopp next to him. Put Mourinho. Yeah, dude, Mourinho on the cams would go crazy. Mourinho would be like 5D chess and everything. Onana can't even save a Word doc? Hey. Have you ever considered Onana's actually a fantastic goalkeeper? But he's a secret Liverpool supporter who had the opportunity to weaken an already weakened United squad. Not to start any conspiracy theories, but respect. Put KDB and Courtois in there. Ryan Giggs and his brother, Wayne Bridge and John Terry. Neymar, Vinny, and Vinny's wife. Rashford, Jude. Throw Mason Greenwood in the house. Have it be villains. Have like a villain alliance. Throw Mason Greenwood in there. Throw Thomas Partey in there. Who else could you chuck in? Is Dani Alves out of prison yet, or is he back in? If he's out for at least a few months, chuck him in the house too. Dude, speaking of that, there's a chance. Wait, no, the Champions League schedules came out. Greenwood's not going to play against United, right? They didn't get matched against each other in group. Sir Alex in there would be golden. Near Militao, that one Brazilian player, when they wife swapped. I think you could name like half a Brazil national team or club team and that would count as having people have wife swapped. I feel like that's relatively common. I feel like I've heard so many stories. Diego Costa. Put Suarez in there. Put Suarez in there. Make him really hungry. When's the Europa League draw? I think in the morning. I don't know when. I think it, by the time I wake up, so I'll wake up in about 12 hours. Actually a little less than that. Dude, I woke up at 3:30 this morning. Let me see when I sent my mate a message. Hold on. This is the dedication I've had to this football transfer window. I sent him at 3:55 a.m. this. Because he's a Broccoli supporter. And he said if Broccoli goes to Liverpool, he'll support Liverpool over Sunderland. I said, you disgust me, but I understand. Imagine the egos when they get nominated. Dude, speaking about egos, why don't we have, or maybe we do have it, I just haven't been watching it. Do you guys remember, it would have been, I think, 2018? 2019, maybe? Do you guys remember that animated Champions League series? Where, I don't know if it was called The Champions or what they called it, but they had all the players, like, stay in the house together, like the mansion. And it was like a million different memes that would happen. So it's like Chelsea would come, park the bus, Ibra would get out somewhere, do some like backflip thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? The YouTube series? I miss that so bad. That was so fun. Each week to look forward to. The 4 Fortunes? Maybe. I don't remember what it was called. I just remember watching it. I wonder if we're going to see any crazy signings on deadline day. Just out of nowhere. It was called The Champions? Okay. I remembered correctly. Remember the F1 animated toon series? That was funny. Oh dear, it's happened again. The champions. You know what I can't wait to have next year? I'm hoping for my icon, my new icon, I pack a, there's a single icon I'm looking forward to get early game. I'm going to have you guys guess. It's a new icon card. I'll give you a hint. It's a woman icon card. I can't wait to play with her. I will be making a sweaty women's team with her. It's going to be insane. I just remember Zlatan being exactly like Zlatan IRL. Yeah. Pina the GOAT? Not Pina. Pina will basically be an icon. She'll be an 89, but... There's a certain American woman that is getting an icon card that may or may not have been my favorite woman player growing up. That played for the Portland Thorns, played for the U.S. Women's National Team, won World Cups with them, was an absolute skill. Skill Master. If you guys think you enjoy Sophia, Rodman, Pina, all these women cards, wait till you guys play with Tobin Heath. They better... If Tobin Heath is not... Wait, is she in the system yet? Hold on. Do they have the icon cards and their stats and everything into the sites? I need to check if Tobin Heath has 5-star skill moves. If she does not have 5-star skill moves, I'm cooked. I might actually be cooked. I don't watch the US Women, so I have no idea who it is. Tobin Heath was like the 4th best player back in the OG Women's national team. With the Alex Morgans. It was after Mia Hamm was retired. Alex Morgan was on the rise. Was still doing really well. Tobin Heath was absolutely cooking. She played for PSG at one point. Loved her. Loved her, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna make a. Should I do an NWSL team, or should I do a full just American Sweat Fest? Heard her name. I was gonna guess Morgan. Has she packed for Spurs? No, she played for Portland Thorns. She played for PSG. Outside of that, I think she went to a different NWSL team, but I think for Europe she only played PSG. Let me look, though. Tobin Heath. Tobin Heath. Career. Played college at North Carolina. Played for the New Jersey Wildcats, Hudson Valley Quick Strike Lady Blues, Pally Blues, Atlanta Beat, Sky Blue FC, New York Fury. Then she got her move to PSG in 2013. That's when I started watching her. Then she went to the Portland Thorns from 13 to 20. That's when I really, really watched her. Oh! I must have stopped watching. She went to United and Arsenal as well. She played for United in the 2020-2021 season and Arsenal in the 21-22. They went to the OL Reign and then went back to the Portland Thorns to retire. No, she stopped playing in 2022. Came back in 2026. Played for the Portland Thorns but didn't play a game for them in 2026. Wait, that's such a weird career. End of a career. That's such a weird end of a career. In 2019, Heath co-founded a lifestyle brand, RE Inc., with fellow athletes Kristen Press, Megan Rapinoe. She co-hosts a podcast, The Recap. I knew about The Recap. In 2020, she was named to the FIFA Pro World Women's 11. Heath announced her retirement in 2025, 3 years after her final game. In 2026, the Portland Thorns announced that they signed Tobin Heath to a one-day contract. Oh, so they could retire her. Gotcha. That's why they did it. That makes sense. Guess it's time for her to go. She would fit. And she will be meta, because she was known for skill moves. Look up Tobin Heath highlights. I'm going to watch a highlight video right now and describe it. I can't play it because I'll get copyrighted, but Tobin Heath skill comp. Tobin Heath highlights. My queen. It's Tobin. Tobin. You spelled their last name right, but her first name incorrect. Ooh! She is cooking, dude. Flicking over people's heads. Dragbacks. Her passing's elite as well. Oh my goodness. Cooking. Nutmegging left and right. Ooh! Changes speed. She was watching R9. R9 watched her. How can I update on Pale Droid? You have to auto sub. Okay, Giannis, you're here. Giannis, we gotta talk, brother. We gotta talk, man. Time out, time out. Before we even address your comment right there, we gotta address your comment on the video today. Brother, what were you on this morning, man? Why were you taking shots at us, dude? We were asking simple questions to try to help you out. You answered that you were on Pale Tools Mobile. There is a Pale Tools, there's a Pale Tools Mobile, and there's a Pale Droid. You did not say Pale Droid. You said you wanted help on Pale Tools Mobile. You said you're on mobile. So we told you how to do mobile. You got pissed at me for helping you with mobile and not Pale Droid. But you didn't tell me you were using Pale Droid. Nor did we talk about Pale Droid in the video because I don't use Pale Droid. I don't have an Android. Nobody has Androids. No one does. Well, people do, but I didn't know I downloaded Pale Tools 2 years ago. So that's the issue, man. You didn't know. That's the frustration. Stop taking shots. I'm not taking shots at your Android. I'm taking shots at you, brother. I felt disrespected, man. Genuinely was trying to help you out, and it felt like you had a bunch of attitude. Also, too, why do you type your messages like one... You type them like this. Like, a normal person types their messages like you see on screen with the names. Your messages look like this. I don't know if anyone else has seen them on the videos, but if you pay attention for it, you'll see it. His messages are like this. You, like, go in to read it, and it's like... It's like 15 lines. One word a line. It's like, what is going on, dude? All the American gun jokes I get over the years, but he's the one sending shots at me. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, to answer your question, I've never used Pale Droid in my life. I can't really help because I've never used it in my life. But then you went like a step past that. Maybe I was just reading into things. But it felt like you were getting aggressive trying to force me to make Pale Droid content then. Because no one else makes it. And I should really make it because no one else does. And not only should I need to. I was like, oh, chill, bro. Relax. Okay, dude, I'm unsubscribing since you won't chill out. Giannis, you can only say that so many times without actually doing it. The number still says 7 right there. We'll wait for the 106, brother. I don't know if you use that as like, You're trying to get me to go, no, I'm so sorry, Giannis. I'm so sorry. Stay, please. You can threaten to leave all you want. No one's forcing you to be here, nor are we really... We're just making a comment. It's not that deep. You are making it deep, is what I'm getting at. No one uses Android in America, but in Europe, everyone uses Android. I'm not saying that people don't use Android. I would assume most people who have an Android also have access to Pale Tools. Because they have other technology they can get on as well. Use Pale Droid or I'm leaving. In Europe, we use Android. In Russia, Android uses you. For me, it is deep. You're basically saying I am mean when I was just annoyed that I can't find a Pale Droid video, but I don't have a PC or computer. So yeah, anyway, sorry, dude. That's all I was looking for. I appreciate the apology, Giannis. Thank you. If it's deep for you saying that it was mean, that you're mean, I genuinely meant it that way. I felt like you were being very rude and mean. Maybe it's a language barrier, but you came across very demanding out of nowhere. But we're all good. We're cool. I don't mind. But I can't help you with Pale Droid. I don't know what to tell you. How many C-barbs is worth one Giannis? You can't compare the two of them. They are both beautiful human beings in their own different lights. In both of their lights, shine. The brightness level, depending on the type of day or SBC we're doing, may differ, but the light shines nonetheless. All right? I'm so sorry, dude. I was demanding. That's not enough, Giannis. If you were truly sorry, you would drop down and give us 50, 85, 10s right now, mister. That's your, we're even if you give me another 50 SBCs today. Sound good? That's your homework. That's your punishment. That's your detention. You gotta lock yourself in the room. Lock yourself in a room, do 50, 85, 10s, and, I don't know, listen to maybe, how to make unlimited 85, 10s video in the background. Play. Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite on repeat for an hour or two. Andrew would never be replaced. Because no one wants to be a Liverpool supporter in the first place. Truly inspirational? Oh no, the stick drift is back, boys. Going back to Big Brother, Mumbo, look up She Ain't Alive Anymore, but look up Goody Racist rant. That was dark. Was it a UK version of Big Brother, or was it the American one? Because I feel like, depending on the version of the show, when you say racism, there's levels to this. Like, U.S. racism, I feel like people give the U.S. a hard time when it comes to racism. I feel like there's some European countries, brother. My goodness, it's like you're playing ranked over there. But what do you think EA does with Ronaldinho in FC27 now that he's back? Is he in the Italian 3rd division? Is that what he's playing in? Ollie, what's up, buddy? How you doing today, man? Like, are you asking, do I think he's going to lose his icon status, even if he's not in the game, potentially? I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm assuming EA has worked with them and they've found something out regardless. I would assume he'd find a way to still be in the game. Would be my guess. Yeah, the UK version thinks she got booted out for it after. Think they do something like Crybaby Neymar? Do you think they'll make a Pale Droid update? What does it say the last time Pale Droid was updated? Does it give like a date when it was updated? I can't be replaced either, to be fair. True. Shallow is one of one. Orders in game and only links to Brazil. Gotcha. I could see them doing something like that. I don't have any gold rares and I can't make any provisions because my club goes from 97 to 75. Can you help? It sounds like you have cards that can make provisions from what you just said. How many 85 10 packs do you have right now and how many provision packs do you have? I'm assuming you're down to 0 provisions, but how many 85 10s do you have? Inform Ronaldinho week 1 will hit like crack. Honestly, reading all of Giannis Alberto's chats, I feel like I'm gaining so much knowledge more and more through each chat. W Giannis. Why'd you put the American flag next to him? Giannis is an American. That's cultural appropriation. I'm not going to allow that. He doesn't get American status just like that. Can you read my comment? What'd you say, bud? No, it doesn't. It just says click to download here. Does it say what version was the newest one you downloaded? No, I made like 4 provisions today and had fodder, but I put them all into 1 of 4 footies PP. But it didn't pay out. But it did pay out 99 VDW. So, do you have 0 85 10s made right now? My Pale Droid was 24, and I got it start of 26 to open bronze packs. He's from Romania. We got multiple people from Romania. W Romania. Love my Romanian community. Forza Romania. That's Moldovan flag. So we know Turley's American. exposed in real time. W Romania. I think we have to make that one of the YouTube member emotes now. Dude, I don't know how you... Bro, how are you guys up? How do you guys watch this late? My goodness. Crazy, man. Crazy. I was crazy once. It's 3 a.m. where you're at? Dang. I need to make some dinner soon. Bored? Wow, dude, you're bored being here? That's crazy, man. It's only 1 a.m. It's early, not late. So true, King. So true. I'm falling asleep in my granddad's chair. So, Andrew, what you're essentially saying is you're falling asleep to the stream. I get it, man. I have that effect on people. Only 2 a.m. for me. 3 hours left till bedtime. Wait, Giannis, question, brother. I'm curious. How old are you? I guess that's for everyone. If you guys don't care, how old are you guys? I'm curious. If we can put an age to username in chat. Like, I have my idea of how old I think people are in general. But I feel like I always have it wrong. It's like some people I'll think are like 15, they're 45. Other people I'll think they're like 50, they're 12. Andrew's 35. How old do you think I am? Giannis? I've talked to enough women in my life. I know to not answer that question. I will not answer that. You can give me the information. But I will not play the guessing game. 21. Guess? I cannot guess ages, guys. Then I won't answer? Okay. Giannis, I'm going to say you are... 90. I'm going to go for a curveball. I'm going to say 29. Straight out of left field, I'm going 29. $29 for Giannis. Not it. Higher or lower? Lower, okay. 19. Giannis is 18. Bet he's 11. Giannis can't be older than 20. because he's not been in the MumboElite Menu Grind Academy for a year yet. He hasn't graduated his courses, so... Giannis is going to get Fabrizio to tweet it instead of him putting it in chat. Here we go. Giannis, age 11. Confirmed. Menu grind done for the night. Commits his future to the MumboElite Academy for the next 4 years on a long-term contract. Extremely promising menu grinding prospect. One for the future to watch for sure. I've been in the menu grinding academy for 5 years, baby. Hey, there's no necessary graduation date. Some of you guys will always come back to take credits in some form. Formerly a wonder kid, still a wonder kid. Giannis, why are you... We're waiting, brother. I want to hit... I don't give a crap about 99s anymore. I want to hit 10 special cards in a pack. From Scotland. Careful, Turley. I love my wife. Careful, Giannis. We're getting dangerous now. He's getting Fabrizio to do the here we go as we speak. I'm surprised no one's done a French one yet. I'm from France. But what happened to stacking up 2K 8510s? Too many SBC bans, not enough menu grinding. What? Why is my winger doing TikTok dances and not signing a contract? What's going on? Igor! What are we doing, brother? What is going on? Someone said he's going to post something like this 2 days after losing to the Megs and our collective heads will explode. Oh. Yeah, do we have to end the stream, brother? I feel like you're avoiding the answer to the question, man. Can't even imagine the faces of the guys at EA Sports right now, said a guy after he watched the GTA trailer. Got Bruno? Nice. Let me know once you got 4 of them. Wait, British people from the England island of Great Britain unironically go to Birmingham? Igor practicing sellies at the Stadium of Light. For some reason, I just feel like Arsenal's going to buy him from us, put him on higher wages, and then never play him. Sunderland's goalkeeper, Robin Roofs, has celebrated his rumored new contract by buying a post office. Someone commented and said, can he play on the wing? Oh my goodness. You need depth for left wing. You had Reese. Why wasn't he good enough? Why'd you guys have to get rid of his contract? You had the perfect backup. Lacking, because grinding on the phone is hard because my hands are too big. I press one button and hit 5. Giannis is just gonna... Giannis is just doing the honest things, man. Reese hasn't been that guy since Bournemouth game, almost 4 years. You don't need him to be that guy! He's a backup! Don't you dare take Igor. If you guys sign him, so help me. If it comes down to deadline day and Sunderland doesn't have a winger, and it's down to negotiations between us and Arsenal, and I hear a here we go from Fabrizio with like 20 minutes left in the window, and then Sunderland, like, when the window passes, does that thing where it's like, we got one more. You're like, oh, we do? What is it? That's like, it's Christmas morning, you got one more present that, like, was hidden from you. It's like, oh, we got one more. What is it? It's a 15-year-old academy player. Bought from National League for 20 pints. Crazy. Giannis low-key scammed us. Well, it's hard to be Giannis, C-Barbs, and Lena all on the same day. That probably takes a toll on someone. Reese is the next Starboy Saka. You heard it here first. The thing that upsets me about you guys terminating his contract is Sunderland will probably see that and be like, we can get a winger on a free that's Prem proven. That's good enough. Let's get him. Ah! I hate to say it, but El Giannis from Moldova. You done the rewind peepees? Yep, I opened the disappointment picks already. He unsubbed finally? No, the number hasn't moved. It's still at 107. So he hasn't unsubbed. Incoming 3 of you guys unsubbing. Right as I say that. Thinking you're clever. Watch it go down to... It's going to go down to 104. Very shortly. Giannis left the stream. How can you see if someone unsigned? Unsubbed? The name doesn't pop up as Giannis unsubscribed, but the number, if someone unsubscribed, goes down. Wait, Giannis, did Giannis actually unsubscribe? We actually banned Giannis. It came to our attention that Giannis was lying about using Paildroid. He actually plays on the Nintendo Switch. And we just don't condone that type of menu grinding. So, we had to take immediate action. Did you pack the 99s from this promo as walkouts? Quit a second for the sub, buddy. Or menu grinding. Or web app grinding. I feel like it's not a one or the other. Grinding the promo got us 99 SBCs, 99 pack pulls from the 8510s. All the above? When will he be unbanned? Brother, is this card glitched? EA, fix your game. I know you're already working on FC28. Can you come back to fix this game, please? No, I mean, did you get to see the rewind 99s as a walkout on console? We actually got one of the Brunos from an 85 double on console, but I missed them altogether. Chat had to point it out. Watch the number go up to 16,108 after Giannis. What? Wait, what? Am I blind? What word are you trying to say? What does that even say? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm reading that incorrectly. Hold on. Are you trying to say something else? Just read what it says. I can't read what it says. That's why I'm confused. I just copy and pasted it. And Google's also confused. Try to pronounce it in chat. Break it up. I think he means resubscribed. That's what I think too. But I want to know if it's not resubscribed. I want to know what he's trying to say. He did say who keeps unsubscribing. I'm trying to... Re-squirn burfed. I'm more confused than I started. Am I tripping? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what you mean. That's the issue. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. What do you mean, you know what I mean? Fall is silent though, so it's tricky. I think I just give up. Like this word was a food, it would be traditional British food like Panda Express. What language is it so I can Google translate? It might be Scouse. English, wait, the other one. Alright. all jokes, all fun aside, I'm going to wrap it up there, boys. If you did enjoy, do me a favor, smack that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you're also not new and you unsubscribed. We'll be back 4 hours after new content for the live stream Friday. In terms of the video for Friday, probably going to wait for the start of the promo. I don't think there's an additional one I need to make for Pale Tools or Foot Genie yet, so we'll wait on that. But yeah, we'll probably see what SBCs come out, what's in packs, and kind of what the best route to grind is, what makes sense to go for 99s. Like, should you go for things in packs? Would a Footies player pick make sense? Is there a different thing that's going to come out that makes sense too? We'll kind of go over all that. So, take it easy, guys. Have a good rest of your night / morning. Peace. God bless.